Located in the remote Uinta Basin of Utah, Skinwalker Ranch has become synonymous with unexplained phenomena and paranormal activity. The Sherman family, who purchased the ranch in the early 1990s, quickly found themselves at the center of bizarre and terrifying events, ranging from UFO sightings to strange creatures, and even livestock mutilations. What they experienced on this seemingly ordinary piece of land would leave them in the world, questioning the very nature of reality. Join me as we delve into the mystery of Skinwalker Ranch. Beyond the dark side. In 1994, Terry and Gwen Sherman purchased a 480-acre ranch in northeastern Utah, hoping to start a quiet life away from the hustle and bustle of the city. They were unaware that the land they bought had a long history of strange occurrences, dating back to the Native American Ute tribe, who considered the area cursed and called it the Path of the Skinwalker. Shortly after moving in, the Shermans began experiencing bizarre and terrifying events. One of the first incidents involved a large, wolf-like creature that approached the family as they were unloading their belongings. Despite being shot multiple times at close range with a high-caliber rifle, the creature seemed unfazed and eventually walked off, leaving no trace of blood or injury. Over time, the family witnessed multiple sightings of unidentified flying objects hovering over their property, as well as strange lights and floating orbs. The orbs, in particular, seemed to have an intelligent behavior, moving around the ranch as if they were surveying the area. On one occasion, a bright blue orb approached the family's horses, causing them to panic and run wildly. One of the most disturbing phenomena the Shermans experienced was the mutilation of their cattle. Over the course of 2 years, the Shermans lost 14 of their prized cattle in mysterious circumstances. The mutilations were done with surgical precision. Eyes, ears, and internal organs were removed without a single drop of blood being spilled on the ground. Despite the ranch being heavily monitored with surveillance cameras, the mutilations continued without any explanation. In addition to the physical manifestations, the Shermans reported experiencing poltergeist-like activity in their home. Objects would move on their own, and strange voices could be heard in the distance. Gwen Sherman recounted instances where she would return home from shopping, only to find all her groceries unpacked and put away, despite no one being home. By 1996, the situation had become unbearable for the Sherman family. They decided to sell the ranch, but not before the story caught the attention of Robert Bigelow, a wealthy entrepreneur and founder of the National Institute for Discovery Science. Bigelow purchased the ranch and funded a team of scientists to investigate the strange phenomena. The team, which included experts in various fields such as physics, biology, and psychology, spent years studying the ranch. The researchers documented numerous anomalous events, including the sightings of creatures resembling skinwalkers, strange lights, and unexplained energy fields. However, despite their extensive investigation, they were unable to provide a definitive explanation for the occurrences on the ranch. The Skinwalker Ranch remains one of the most enigmatic and studied paranormal hotspots in the world. The events that took place there have been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and TV shows. The ranch continues to be privately owned and monitored, with new reports of strange phenomena still surfacing from time to time. While the true nature of what happened at the Skinwalker Ranch remains a mystery, the stories from the Sherman family's time there have become a chilling example of encounters with unknown, believed by some to be connected to the Navajo legend of the Skinwalker. This account of Skinwalker Ranch stands out as one of the most detailed and terrifying stories associated with paranormal activities, UFOs, and skinwalkers, making it a compelling addition to any collection of true, chilling tales. While the Sherman story is well known, other Navajo families living near the same region have reported equally horrifying experiences with skinwalkers. In the late 1980s, a Navajo family living on a reservation in northern Arizona began experiencing eerie events that they attributed to skinwalkers. Skinwalkers are deeply rooted in Navajo culture and folklore, where they are known as unsolved, meaning with it, he goes on all fours. According to Navajo tradition, a skinwalker is a type of harmful witch who has the ability to transform into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal. The most feared form of these beings is one that can shapeshift into any creature it desired, usually for the purpose of causing harm. People from the Navajo community often choose to remain anonymous when sharing stories about their encounters with skinwalkers for several cultural and spiritual reasons. Fear of retaliation from these entities is one main reason. In Navajo culture, speaking about these powerful beings, especially publicly, is believed to attract their attention and invite harm. Navajo people are cautious about discussing skinwalkers out of fear that doing so could provoke these entities, leading to dangerous consequences for themselves or their families. Discussing skinwalkers is considered taboo in Navajo society. This belief is deeply ingrained in their culture, where even acknowledging the existence of skinwalkers is thought to give them power. The fear of breaking this taboo can be so strong that people prefer to remain anonymous or avoid the topic altogether. The Navajo people have a profound respect for their traditions and spiritual beliefs. Stories about skinwalkers are often shared within the community with a sense of reverence and caution. Outsiders may not fully understand the cultural context, leading to misunderstandings or misrepresentation. To protect their traditions and beliefs, Navajo individuals may choose to stay anonymous when sharing these stories with a wider audience. By remaining anonymous, individuals can share their experiences without exposing themselves or their community to unnecessary risks. This approach allows them to warn others or share knowledge while maintaining the safety and privacy of their community. These reasons reflect the deep cultural significance of skinwalkers in Navajo society and the care with which these stories are shared. The anonymity helps maintain the respect and caution that the Navajo people believe is necessary when discussing such powerful and feared beings. For these reasons, the Navajo family in this story chose to remain anonymous. One night, the family was awakened by the sound of loud drumming and chanting near their home. As they peered outside, they saw what looked like a large, black creature moving on the outskirts of their property. The creature was described as being unnaturally fast and agile, and although it was dark, the family could see its red, glowing eyes watching them from a distance. Over the next several nights, the family reported seeing the creature again, often at dusk or dawn. It seemed to be stalking their home, always staying just far enough away to avoid being fully seen. The family's livestock began acting strangely, with some animals disappearing altogether or being found dead under mysterious circumstances, similar to the cattle mutilations reported by the Sherman family. The climax of these encounters came one evening when the creature attacked. As the family sat in their living room, they suddenly heard loud banging on the walls, as if something was trying to break in. The father grabbed his rifle and went outside to confront whatever was out there. To his horror, he saw a massive wolf-like creature standing on two legs, staring at him from the edge of the property. He fired several shots, but the creature seemed to disappear into thin air. When he returned to the house, he found deep scratches on the windows and doors, as if something had been trying to force its way inside. The family believed they were being targeted by a skinwalker and sought help from a Navajo medicine man. The medicine man performed a protection ritual, which included burning sage and using sacred herbs to create a protective barrier around the family's home. He also warned the family not to speak about the creature to outsiders, as even discussing skinwalkers is believed to draw their attention. After the ritual, the disturbances gradually ceased, and the family did not see the creature again. However, the fear and trauma from the encounters lingered, and the family was convinced that they had been targeted by a skinwalker. This account is significant because it reflects the deep cultural beliefs of the Navajo people regarding skinwalkers. Unlike many urban legends, skinwalkers are not considered mere myths by the Navajo but are treated as very real and dangerous beings. Encounters like this one described are not uncommon in the Navajo community, where they are taken very seriously and are often dealt with through traditional spiritual practices. Accounts from Navajo families living on the reservation are reported in interviews and cultural studies. These encounters with skinwalkers offer a chilling glimpse into the very real fear these entities instill in those who believe in them. Do you believe the wolf-like creature that tormented the family was truly a skinwalker, or could it have been a misidentified animal? Do you believe the Sherman's encounters with UFOs and strange creatures were genuine, or could they have been influenced by the history and legends surrounding the ranch? Do you think these legends are rooted in real experiences, or are they primarily cultural stories that have taken on a life of their own over time? What are your thoughts?